Complex coming at you guys for another Good Evening Grinders. I know it's late, probably the next day, who cares, but I just want to come at you. Good Evening Grinders, this is the Christopher Complex. So check it out, man. Something I did today that made me, reflect. So tonight's topic for you grinders is reflection. If you got to take a break while you're grinding tonight, again, I know it might be Friday, Saturday, or weekend. Man, let's just keep going. But I just reflected on something. So I got some new equipment for my desk. Some speakers. I actually got them secondhand, and met a real cool dude, Andrew. If you're ever listening to this, he's headed out to Minnesota, Minneapolis. We was talking about Prince and everything, but when I got the speakers home and started to put it back on my audio desk, I found an old tape that I did, an old videotape, VHS quality, and I popped it in my TV that I keep. I keep one TV that can play old media. I always keep players that can play old media, so I don't have to transfer. So anyway, I pop it in this dual players, like a DVD and a VHS, the type, and I put it in, and it is a videotape of a lot of stuff I did in high school. I went to the High School of Art and Design, and I took up the arts, and I took media arts. And what I saw was myself doing a made-up interview show with my friends. My best friend at the time, he passed away, God bless his soul. And my best friend from childhood and my other good friend, and we were all sitting on the bed, and we were actually making up a TV show right there on the spot, acting like a TV host, acting like, I guess, Arsenio Hall, because that's the hottest guy at that time. So yeah, you know my age now. And we had these two girls that I knew, and I guess they were movie stars, really cute girls. And so when I looked at it, I saw a reflection of myself being always someone that wanted to create and always wanted to do a lot more than average. I remember listening to, or rather reading to an article on Prince, and he said he never wanted an average life. He did not come down here to have an average life. So when I was watching myself as a teenager just play around, it made me reflect on who I am and why do I love doing the things that I love to do creatively. And it made me remember, I guess when you're watching yourself on a video, you could actually get your memory jarred, where it actually says to you, the reason why you were doing that activity is because you were passionate about it. You would have done it for free. You would have done it every day for the rest of your life. And when I was looking at myself interviewing people, I was like, wow, so the medium just changed. I just went to podcasting, because that's the hot thing right now. Voice is the hot thing, according to Gary Vaynerchuk. But it made me reflect. And it made me reflect and remember why. Why am I doing this? Why am I grinding? Why am I getting to the next step in my goal and my dream? It gave me fuel and gas to rev the engine and say, man, look at the time that expired. Look at what you were trying to do from way, way, way back then. Are you there yet? And are you there because of the right reasons? So I'll just make another reflection. You have to do your thing, because when I was looking at that videotape, two people in that video, myself and another person, were at a moment of struggle. And I said, man, if I had completed the first part of the journey, I might have been able to make sure that that struggle was not as heavy, not so much weight on the both of us, because we always talked about our dreams and our goals, and that made me reflect too. You might have someone in your past that you talked about your dreams, your goals, and you may need to just give them a call, and talk to them, and that'll help you reflect, get your mind back, get your why back, get your passion, that childhood passion for it, that childhood innocence that anything can be done. You just something to think about, and I just wanted to share that with you because before I just started jumping on today to do this particular Good Evening Grinder, was at the board, messing with the stuff and just getting it going, and always constantly telling myself, make sure we have a result after this. What's going to be the result? Is this step that I'm taking busy work, or is it actually going to be results work? Is it going to be results oriented work? And I wanted to just come to you and say, sometimes if you need to, spend some time with yourself, go back and reflect, look at old pictures, look at old videos, look at old journal entries, and read what you was thinking. And don't get twisted on how many times you got distracted within your journey. Pay more attention to how much you love what it is that you want to do forever, that's sustainable, that feed you, feed your soul, feed your mind, feed your spirit, feed your family, feed your bills. Think about that. When I looked at that videotape, man, it just, besides the fact that I was skinny as hell and I had no chest and I had a big ass head and a serious flat top, what I did see on the videotape was a guy that was super ambitious, and all he needed was a little bit of determination and persistence, but mainly persistence and the rest of the tools. So if you're young, my advice to you, or if you're younger, my advice to you, persistence beats it all. If you're persistent, it's like water. If water's leaking from the roof, it's going to persistently drop on the ceiling until it penetrates it. And then once it penetrates it, then that's when you notice. So check that out. Water is persistent. It will go to the path of least resistance also, and it will be persistent and break through the roof, find the cracks, find the way, find the path, drop itself onto a barrier called a ceiling, and will persistently dig in and find a way to open up the ceiling and drop water down to do it again, even if that water is just the floor, that water is hitting the floor. It's going to persistently keep going until it gets to nothing, until it gets to its destination. Be persistent. So I just saying this again, get some old photographs, talk to some old good friends, family members, and use that as fuel, as energy to fuel your goal, your attainment of your goal, your dream, your passion, and the things that you love. Look at some old pictures, some old videos, and just remember who you are. Remember who you are and be aware of that, and then come on back and get to work. I'm gonna make this one a short one, but I just wanted to say that to you. I'm still reflecting and still making me say, man, this is exciting, and I wanna continue on my journey, because that little kid, that little guy is still there. That ambitious, creative person is still there. So anyway, this is the Christopher Complex. Hopefully you got something out of that. Don't be afraid to reflect, even if it's in meditation, if it's through your journal entries, old photographs, old videos. Reflect, because you'll learn a lot. I may have some more on this tomorrow or another day, but man, my mind is buzzed right now because I just saw myself years ago doing something that I loved, and on top of that, I used my creativity to cheer someone up that lost a loved one to cancer. So it was also another benefit that way. Anyway, this is the Christopher Complex. Talk to you soon. Love you guys. Hit me up at the Christopher Complex on Twitter. We got some more interviews coming up. We got Jay Pennant coming up. We got oh man, my mind is bugged out. We got a lot of people that dealing with art, dealing with philosophy, life journey. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We're trying to get as many interviews going, but always stick with Get Even Grinders, and every now and then check out midday message from me. Peace. This is the Christopher Complex. Talk to you soon. You can hit me up at the Chris Complex on Twitter, ChristopherComplex.com. You can hit me up at Facebook, the Christopher Complex. I'm everywhere, trying to make it everywhere. Check me out on SoundCloud at the Christopher Complex. Whatever, man. Have fun. Talk to you soon.